Hi everyone and welcome to my scrappy space. I'm going to ask you guys to forgive me right off the bat because I'm going to get excited. I'm going to rabbit trail on you. I'm going to be all over the place. And so I'm super excited about this. So I really want to share my heart. And in doing so, I do a lot of pinging around. So please forgive me, and I completely understand if this is not a video that you want to watch because it's probably going to be all over the place. So I wanted to share with you guys my base page journey. Now, I had never heard of base pages until I started watching Love RTS or RTS Scrapbooking. Sorry, Love RTS is the Facebook group, and met Janet. And when base pages were brought to my attention, I just couldn't quite grasp them. And my bestie, she loved them, and she made albums of base pages. Now, my bestie, she goes through those base pages like you would not believe. And in my brain, I could not understand how the whole concept was working. I did not get inspired by a certain base page. So I want to back up just a little bit. So that was my journey with that. And then I started watching a young lady named Brittany Nicole from Storybook Scrapbooking, and she's no longer on YouTube, which is super sad. And she was making base pages, and she was using a sketch and going further with her base page. And I think you guys have heard me share this before, so please bear with me. And that really resonated with me. And so I tried one, and then I tried another one, and then I started making a few more, and I really liked them. But I was still finding that I was putting them in my little base page album and not using them. Then, fast forward to now, I was getting ready to do a process video for Simple Stories Saturday. And I was going through my Simple Stories things. And of course, when you have pictures and you take pictures and that type of thing, your pictures are in your mind. I'm always in my phone with my photos. I love photos. My daughter-in-law is a professional photographer, so we have photos. And their family is ginormous. Seriously, there's like just the immediate family, there's like 33 of them. And I love each and every one of them. They're great people. But they all love to take photos. So you can imagine the kind of photos I get. But when I was going through my cube unit that has my Simple Stories in it, I came across these base pages. And these are from those page kits. I think Ginger just did a video with one, and I've done this one. And I'm actually going to do another one here this month. And it's basically base pages, but a lot of this is already done. And when I purchased this, I loved the colors, I loved everything, but I had nothing to go with it. And I'm like, I don't even know if I ever will. When I got my Christmas photos from my daughter-in-law, they are just absolutely adorable. And when I was thumbing through my Simple Stories to look for something to do for my Simple Stories Saturday, I saw this base page and I'm like, oh my stars. I could not have picked better paper, layout, anything. When I looked at this, I am like, oh my stars, this is going to be perfect. So I'm going to show you, this is the 2 double page layout. Now I'm going to show you the photos. My baby P, and she is sitting on Santa's lap. Look at that. Isn't that just cute? Now look at that layout. And I was like, oh, that's going to work perfect. So these are 4x6. This is a 3.5x5, and this is a 4x6. So I know what I need to print. So instead of printing the 327 that I got for Christmas, no, I didn't get 327. Yeah, I probably did. But anyways, I'm like, I can do her little photo shoot with Santa. And I know that I need a 6x4, a 6x4, a 6x4, and a 3.5x5. So I sat down and I printed them out. Now, so here are the little photos that I'm going to do. Look at her reading the book. Reading the book with Santa. How cute is that? And then here is her little Christmas card. So I will cut this down and it will fit there. And then I did not have a horizontal photo. So what I'm going to do is I printed this in a 3x4. I'm going to put it right here, and then I have a journaling square. And then I can go ahead and just put a title like Baby P's First Christmas. Her name's not Baby P, but that's what I like to share. So anyways, I am so excited. And I was like, I'm making my base pages work for me. I know that there's a lot of people that struggle with base pages because what if it doesn't fit your photos? And I'm like, I'm making my photos fit for my base pages. Now, is there ones that I'm going to change? Absolutely. This one right here, I will just cut it down. It's okay. It's fine. And the thing is if I want to lift this off, I can, because it's not adhered down with permanent, you know. I just put a little zippy on the thing just in case I wanted to move it. And I don't know what clicked in my brain, but as soon as I did that, you guys, I'm going to show you some layouts that I've done. And I've done these. I try to always come into my scrappy space 15 minutes before work. It just gives me some time to be me and enjoy what I like to do. You know, there's always the housework and the laundry and the dishes and what's for dinner and getting ready for work. And this just kind of stops me and just says, oh, look at all the blessings that you have. I guess that's the best part that I want to say. And then I'll go to work. So I always try to at least do 15 minutes in my room. And sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. And there's actually days that I actually get half an hour if I get all my chores done the night before. So, but in doing so, I'm going to show you a couple of layouts that I've actually created. But this has just been a game changer for me. Making the photos work for my base pages was mind-blowing to me. And so I am just super, super excited. So let me get going on sharing with you. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to go ahead and cut these down. And I may take these off and do a super, super thin mat of the white because there's not really much white. And I just want a little accent. And I might try to find a black. Or I might just go ahead and just completely take these off because as you can see, I can get them off. So I haven't quite decided, but I am super, super excited. I'm so excited about that. So, okay, let me grab the other ones. Now, you may have seen this with Simple Story Saturday, and I just wanted to share this one with you because this was one that I made for Simple Story Saturday, as I said. But I went ahead, I really like the 2x2 and how I used it, and I did have another set of 2x2s, and so I went ahead and did a base page real quick. And here it is. And so I went and printed a picture of my little family. Yes, this is really busy, but it really fits my little chaotic family because if you actually knew us, we are very chaotic. And this talks about families and it just fit perfect. And so I'm going to do a little bit of journaling. I'll put that on white strips over here, which will then again tone this down. But this was just a base page. And when I came across that photo, I'm like, oh, perfect. Totally no. Totally no. And a lot of the base pages that I do, I try to do a 3x4 or a 4x6. Sometimes it's not, and I'll just make a note. But this is what I'm doing is I'm making my photos work for me. Sometimes I didn't have that opportunity back in the day when you just sent your photos in, you got what you got. Now this is another base page I did in 15 minutes and this was a 4x6. I didn't have a 4x6 and I couldn't get this to look right on a 4x6. So what I did is I do have a home printer and it's the little Epson thing, but you can still do these collages and then send them in. And so what I did is I went ahead and did a little collage with these 2x2s and then did this 4x4 and I think it turned out super cute. Let me see if I can get all this in frame. And this was a base page and then I just added my little goodies and I think it turned out super cute. This is when he first started to walk. How time flies. This is another one. I just pulled a picture of me and my Nana. Now I had this in my album. I just had these little flowers and these birds. And this was a base page. I just had this yellow, brown, and this florally piece here. But I had two different photo mats, and then I just put it all together, and it worked out. And so I had these flowers with it, and I'll show you in a minute how I store mine. But literally, this took me 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I'm going to show you this one. Now, this is one that I've had in my album. So, and I think this is just adorable. Okay, here is my base page. And I think this is super sweet. I think I did this with last year for International Scrapbook Day. And we took a bunch of scraps and we made some base pages. So I think I'll try to link that down below. So here is my base page. Here are the photo mats that I have. And I can use these either way. These are 3x4s. And then here are my little photos. Now this is my husband and my niece. She's so cute. And I'm going to cut these down and make these photos work for me. And I might have an extra one left over, and that's totally okay. So I will get those cut down. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how this is going to work. And then I had this little scrap of paper that of course I kept because it's got flowers on it, and I fussy cut some flowers. I thought I had a sketch, but maybe I didn't. So here's a bunch of little flowers that I fussy cut, and I will just add those to my little layers here. Of course, I try to keep all this kind of thing together so that if I do need it, I've got it. Super cute. Oh, I love this, you guys. I love the little tear right here. I'm like, wow, Donna, look at you go. Look at you go. And of course, I always try to keep those little pieces because you never know when you can just squeeze them right in there. Squeeze them right in. But before I get going too far, I know these are 3x4s, and so I'm going to go cut these photos down, and I'm going to stop the film before I do that because you know how that all works. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. I have laid these down, the photos in the photo mats. I think this is so cute. I've added a little cluster here. As I went and dug out a title, I pulled this. These are some oldies but goodies. Sorry for the crinkling. It was out of this set here. I have no idea, but I thought this is so cute. It's kind of whimsical, and it adds just the perfect amount of black to this. And then one of the things that it had was this little smiley face. Can you see that? Isn't that cute? So I put that in the camera, and then I took some of the other little elements and added there. And then I took my Nuvo drops, and I have a love-hate relationship with them. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But literally, this took me a matter of just seconds to apply this all down. And then what I did is before I went to work, I added my Nuvo drops, and then I left, and then they dried and everything was fine and all that wonderful stuff. So that is my base page, and I am so happy with it. But I wanted to also share with you guys as I was digging through my titles and my alphas, you know I struggle with that. But I'm super excited to share that this layout did not have a title on it. And as I was going through, I saw this blue and I'm like, oh, that's pretty. And this was sitting on my desk right by my face. So as I was going through my drawers are underneath my table now. And so I was on my knees and I was looking at my table kind of, and I saw this little blue bird. And I was looking at my Nana and we are definitely birds of a feather. And I'm like, that's it. There's my title. So I pulled that out and glued it on there, birds of a feather. And I'm super excited with that one too. So it was so much fun. Okay, the lettering did take me a little bit more time than, 5 minutes, but that's okay. So now we're going to look at the Santa layout. This is how I made my photos work for me. Oh, Sorry, I just have one photo left over, and then I have these scraps, and I love these scraps, so I will not throw them away. So let me move this. So then I went ahead and I took off the original photo mats. And like I said, I just had them kind of zipped on there really quick. I cut these down because I thought there was a lot of empty space above here. And when I pulled off those mats, this good cheer was underneath of it. So apparently it was part of the page kit, and I just had it all janky and it fell back. I added this little cluster up here. I moved this magical, and I guess I need to re-adhere it a little bit, and bada bing, bada boom. I'm so excited, and I'm excited that this just helped me. Here's the other photos that I put on here. This was actually her little Christmas card, and then just the look on her little face. She's got this cute little scowl, which is pretty funny. She's outgrowing it, but I think she was just really concentrating is all she was really doing. So anyways, I'm excited, and I can put her little title right here. And this has just been an enormous jumping off point for me. And I am so excited. So excited that this finally resonated with me. I may go ahead and get some enamel dots because I'm just trying to use my product. I find that I will do a layout, and then I'll come back to it and think, you know, I have all these little finishing touches and I never seem to add them. And I've been working on that. And so I probably will add some enamel dots just to bring this red in up a little bit more, and just to kind of really tie it all together. But like I said, I'm going to go with a muted color, like, you know, a cream color or a burgundy. So anyways, now this is what I want to do with my base pages. So what I would like to do is I would like to start working on my base pages, and I want to start working with them with you. So if you want to grab just a normal base page, if you want to grab one that doesn't have embellishments, if you want to grab one that doesn't have any photos, whichever you want to do. So what I'm going to do is the next video, I'm going to walk through this. I'm going to pull, I think I have a couple of Christmas ones, maybe another one that all I have to do is adhere the photo. So we'll do that first, and then we're going to pull one of these base pages, and we're going to just start working on it, and we're going to work on it together. So I would love for you guys to grab one or two or three, grab a little album, share with me how you store them. Share with me if you don't have any. I'm really curious. And like I said, with the base pages, I've evolved, and now I'm super excited. Some days I don't have any creativity at all, and I just need to make a base page. Some days I have no inspiration because there's no embellishments, and so I'll grab a little embellishment tote thingy that I have, and I'll start going through there, and then I'll start getting some ideas. Sometimes I'll just grab a sketch, but I just try to be creative because I find that it calms my mind, it calms me. It's my little therapy session. I hope you guys come back for this little base page series that I'm going to do. And I don't know that it's going to be a series. It's just going to be something that I work on. And I hope you guys come and hang out with me and play along. I'll be able to share some stories with you as we work through our stuff. So I hope you guys got some inspiration with the things that I shared. I hope you guys have a super amazing day and you're out there making lots of memories. Come back soon. Bye.